So I wanted to make a little video on Instagram because I know that that is kind of an overwhelming place, but it's such a great it's a great place to build your market, especially on Facebook. I think sometimes we get a little defeated feeling like our warm market is closing up and we don't really know how to reach out to new people. And I feel like Instagram is like I said, overwhelming, but it's my favorite, and I really like to work there. One, it's easy for me to not get as distracted, by other people's shares and politics and everything like that. And it's a really good way. I think communicating through photographs is a really cool way to kind of get to know somebody a little bit better, and I think it's kind of cool that that's how Becca found Stephanie. That's how I found Becca, and like we all feel kind of intertwined and like close to each other in like just kind of a different way. And so I don't know. I swear Instagram is just where I find like good soulmate coaches if they're strangers that I have never known from anywhere else before. And so I strongly, if you're not using Instagram, I strongly encourage you to start doing so. But I know at first it can be kind of a struggle just because, there's hashtags and there's different tags and who can see your posts, who can't see your posts. And, like, why am I just getting Beachbody coaches commenting on my stuff? And so I just wanted to go through a little bit of the basics with you. That way, it kind of helps clear some things up. And so I'll bust out my phone. Had to sit on the floor because the light was shining too much behind me, and now it's like uncomfortable down here. So bear with me. So if I pull up Instagram, dirty screen. So if I pull up Instagram and I'll go to my page. And so as you see, it's just pictures. What I like to do with my pictures, and this is just kind of my style of posting, is, I like to go look at my own profile quite often, and I just like to see like, okay, if I wasn't me and I was somebody like me, like, am I attracting people that are similar to me, that'll have similar interests, kind of a similar area in life, wants, needs, stuff like that? Would I follow me? And so looking at my posts, I mean, I don't want to be conceited, but I'd be like, okay, so, she's a mom. She makes really good food. She's coffee addict like me. Looks like she eats really healthy, but it doesn't look, like basic, I guess. It looks fun and creative. Um, she likes to be outside. She's working out. What is she doing? She puts up some like um, positive quotes, stuff like that. It just looks like a happy, fun environment. Maybe, I would want to know more about her or this or see what it is that she does. So kind of go through your newsfeed and see like that. Another thing is, like I said, I like to make scroll stopping posts, and I think you hear us all kind of say that a lot. And by scroll stopping posts, by that I mean, so often it's so easy to just like be in a hurry and like snap a picture of your food and get it out there and be like, okay, I did it. Whew. Like, but one thing I like to do is I use VSCO Cam app. That's the app that I use. A lot of people will be like, how do you get your picture so bright and vivid or look professional? Things like that. VSCO Cam is my favorite because there's so many filters that you can choose from. A lot of the packages you do have to pay for, but it's like $3.99, and I think that's worth it if you're going to be putting out good quality looking photos out there and attracting people to your business. That's definitely more than worth the investment. And so I like to do that. That kind of helps give them a creative edge, I think. And then, so that's the app that I've been using. Another thing is like last night for dinner, it was late. The sun was going down. We don't have the best lighting in our house, when we're not getting natural light for outside. So I didn't want it to just be like some dull, dim picture. I mean, the food looked good, so I wanted to do the food justice, and I wanted people to stop and look, and I wanted them to stop long enough to read the message that I had to go along with it, which was talking about how ways to not feel like you're missing out on what your family's eating, because I was making my family burgers, but I wanted a burger, but I just did an insanity workout, and I really didn't want to feel like I had kind of put some of that to waste, so I turned my cheeseburger into like a cheeseburger salad, and I just kind of wanted to talk about, my challenge group and the things we're doing in there to attract people to maybe my next challenge group. And so that's why I wanted to make a scroll stopping post. So I went outside really fast. And in the beginning, when I was a coach, I used to be so embarrassed when Derek would see me running outside and like taking pictures of my grass in the grass and be like, "Why are we eating outside?" or what? But now he's just like, "Whatever, go get a good lighting picture." So that is a good way to just step outside. So I'll click on that. It just makes it, I showcased the dressing I was using. It was a nice, clean, healthy one that I found on clearance at Fred Meyer, and I wanted to kind of share that with people. And it was bright. Another good one, even if you don't feel like going outside, just step by a window and get really good lighting so it's bright and it stops. Let's find like this one, even if you just use really colorful foods and ingredients, and people are going to be like, "Gosh, what is that?" And that's a good way to kind of build new conversations with people. Excuse my nails. They look awful. So I guess that's about my food post for right now. Another thing is if you're, same goes, like if you're going to take, a selfie or a picture or something like that, like move by a window. It gets so much brighter and clearer, and let's see here. And if you don't get a chance to move by a window, put it in an app that gives you a filter that is gonna brighten it up in the contrast. I mean, you don't want to up the contrast so much on your pictures to brighten it up that you're completely washed out, but enough to have, some good exposure and darkness contrasting in it to kind of, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it because it's something that people don't even think about. So I think a lot of the times in the beginning, it's not something we think about when we're posting it out there. But like subconsciously, that's what attracts your eyes to people's posts. Think about what attracts your eyes to my post or whoever's post that you're following, and then just kind of apply that to your own. So when we say find coaches that you can get inspiration from or post like, we don't necessarily mean posting the same things, but just see, what it is they do to take like a pretty simple basic picture and just kind of give it that boost so that way people are going to stop, look at it, read your message, and kind of keep following your journey from there. So when you're on Instagram and then you're in a wave of just a bunch of posts, just do something that you think is going to stop and make people want to see. So another thing is, I'll go back to mine. Another thing is hashtags. I know that's a big confusion and like, what hashtags do I use? What hashtags do I don't use? Who's going to attract people to my business? Think of yourself and think of what you like and the people you want to attract to your business. So I'll go to my post that I made this morning. Like I said, another one where, I was just drinking my coffee this morning, but I looked out the window and I saw it was a beautiful day. And I was like, okay, I don't really know what to post right now because I slept in a little bit. My boys were going crazy, but I wanted to just get something out there, something happy, something positive. So I went out there. Honestly, if I showed the real picture, we don't have grass in our backyard and it's just sand and there's like dog holes everywhere. So it's not really something anybody would want to see. So I just hold it up a little bit, get the beautiful blue skies, get the contrast, throw a cool filter from BSCO Cam on it, and that's how I do that. And I mean, it's just something fairly simple. And so then I'll go, so same with this one, I've been drinking a lot of coffee this week. I'll go to, for my hashtags, I like to do the dashes. So the reason for the dashes is, so Instagram doesn't do spaces, it does, so I go in my notes in my phone. I guess I'll go back first. I'll go in my notes. Okay, So there. I had already written it out. I do the dashes. So I do dash space or dash return, dash return. I do that 5 times. And so I do that 5 times because that way the whole comment isn't going to show up on Instagram, because on Instagram, I don't do my hashtags in the original post comment. I post what I post with the little blurb about it. Then I go back into my post and I comment with the hashtags, like so. That way, instead of like my post and my blurb and then all of a sudden a wall of hashtags underneath it, and that just kind of looks salesy and spammy, and that's just something I try to avoid, because I just don't want people to write me off right away and think that like I'm just trying to spam up their news feeds, I guess. I don't know. And so I do that, and when you do it that way, it just shows 3 little dots underneath your message instead of a whole wall of hashtags. So then in those hashtags from there, my hashtags, I just have stuff that it's like, it's not about coffee. It's not like, oh, coffee this, coffee that. It's, I do a little thing like organic brewed coffee. I do team no sleep, hashtag pro breastfeeding, hashtag attachment parenting, hashtag moms with tattoos, hashtags the happy now, hashtag stuff like that. That is the stuff that when I click on those hashtags, um, I see other people's posts. So when you click on, I just clicked on one of the hashtags. So I did hashtag live authentic. And this isn't something where you want to use the same hashtags as me necessarily, because then all of our posts are going to be in there and then we'll all just be competing with each other. So these are examples. But then when I go in there, I see posts of different people's stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I feel like my, kind of my message is lining up with theirs. It's something that, people that have similar interests. And so that's really cool. And then when you click on that hashtag, it's going to give you a list up here of other hashtags similar to that one. So those are ones, a lot of times I'll screenshot that and then I'll save that into my notes so I see the other hashtags. That way, I can maybe use those hashtags in with that one before, and just kind of keep attracting new people, because then when you use that hashtag, your photo is going to go in with these galleries of photos. So then everybody that uses that same hashtag and then goes to look at that, they're going to go through that and be like, oh, that's why you want to make a scroll stopping post, because look at all these photos in here. It's like a grid. Make your photo one that somebody's going to want to be like, oh, what is that one, and click on it. And so that is, wow, I just saw a really inappropriate picture, so hopefully that one didn't pop up on there. Anyway, so that is something that I like to do. And that is what, so like I say, I know it can be overwhelming when you're starting out, and so you're doing, say you did a hammer and chisel workout, or you did a 21 day fix. And so then you hashtag 21 day fix, which is okay if you want to just do that, one hashtag in there. But I wouldn't do 21 day fix, hashtag Shakeology, hashtag coaching, hashtag Beachbody, hashtag all of those things, because that's what hundreds of thousands of other coaches are hashtagging. And so yours is just going to be in there with a bunch of other coaches and other coaches looking for other people to talk to, so that it's just kind of defeating the whole purpose. You want to branch outside of that. So don't do that, and that's when it's going to get like annoying, because then it's just coaches commenting. You want to build relationships. A lot of the people that have come to me off of Instagram are people that have come to me when I hashtag home birth after having Nash, or hashtag organic living or clean eating, stuff like that, that other people that are interested in the same things are going to follow for. And then when they get into your profile and you randomly drop like a call to action post or things like that, that's when those people are going to like get interested in what you do and see what it is, and hopefully ask questions or not, or maybe you'll just get a bunch of new cool friends that you would have never known prior to, and I think that's really awesome as well. So hopefully that helps out a little bit. I know it's pretty basic, but that's why I love hashtag, because I feel like it's almost endless opportunity in there. There's always people in there. I feel like you really get a strong connection, I guess is the word, for what people are about and what they like. And I just think it's a really cool creative place to kind of express ourselves and share our journey, a message, and all of the above. So I hope that helps. Post your questions below, and I'll definitely drop in to answer them. Um, Hopefully I didn't leave anything out. I know I kind of got rambling on for longer than I was expected. So happy Wednesday, guys.